Boom. All right, what's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about how I recently stepped up my NFT game in a very big way and made the decision to purchase a Meka from the very new, the very hyped, and in my personal opinion, the sickest and most aesthetically pleasing NFT project to ever be created in the Mechaverse. All right, so in this video, I just kind of want to casually and candidly talk to you guys about the process of buying this specific NFT, why I personally chose this Meka, what compelled me to buy this Meka. Maybe in a future video, I'll go a little bit more into detail, but I also want to talk to you guys about the project itself. We'll take a look at a few articles talking about what the Mechaverse is. We'll take a look at the website because this is just a sick website. We'll take a look at the founder's Instagram real quick. But I also want to talk to you guys about my current take on the NFT space as a whole. If you guys are familiar with the channel, if you guys are viewers already, if you guys are part of the Waves fam, you would know that we primarily focus on stocks, the equity markets, and cryptocurrencies. But I do want to give you guys my take on the NFT space, and I also want to talk to you guys about my history in the NFT space. If you guys have watched a couple of videos, I think I've only made like 2 videos talking about NFTs, you would know that I've been in the NFT space for a while. So I actually bought my first NFT on this site called Nifty Gateway at Royce, if you want to check it out, back in April of 2020. So I've been in the space for about a year and a half. Pretty early, not super early, of course, not like 2017 earlier, but by many standards, earlier than most. Okay, so at the very end of the video, I will show you this because I do want to focus on the Meka, but I will show you guys the rest of my art collection, you could call it. Okay, so at the end of the video, I'll take a look at this and yeah, just talk about kind of as we go through the video, my personal take on NFTs. We'll take a look at CryptoPunks as well. I just want to talk to you guys about why the Mechaverse, these Mekas, are so much more appealing to me than CryptoPunks. Although CryptoPunks are OG, I'm not discrediting CryptoPunks at all. I think that project will stand the test of time. That is absolutely a blue chip. But I want to talk to you guys about why this is the first purchase that I've made in the NFT space since this last one, which was actually in January of this year. I think this was April 2020, this was July 2020, and this was January 2021. And I want to talk to you guys again about why I chose to buy this Meka, why I chose this specific Meka. We will take a look at some of this Meka's attributes. And yeah, I'm just excited to talk to you guys about this. Before we do that, just want to give a little plug. Don't want to plug the newsletter portfolio. That makes no sense. But if you guys want to check out the Discord, this is I posted this in my announcements category in my Discord channel, in the Waves Family Discord channel a couple of days ago, right after I bought this. So his name is Ronin. Just a heads up, Ronin in Japanese means wave man and or samurai with no master. And I mean, you guys, this thing is just so sick. He's a carbon Meka. That's one out like only 1% of Mekas are in this carbon kind of black camo texture. And just this samurai look is what was so appealing to me. But anyway, you guys, if you do want to join the Discord, you can use code YouTube25 for $25 off that. But it would mean a lot if you guys subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, if you want to catch more content like this, giving the video a like would mean a lot. Just give the video a like for Ronin because this thing is so freaking sick, and I'm just so pumped on the future of the NFT space and just being excited. It's been a while since I've been this excited about branching, I guess, reintroducing myself into a new aspect of the markets. But NFTs, obviously they've been hot. They kind of faded for a while. They're back in, and I mean, after seeing how the Mechaverse played out, again, we'll take a look at a few articles here talking about just the hype behind this freaking project. It's just crazy. So giving the video a like would mean a lot. Please let me know in the comments down below if you guys want more NFT content, or if you don't, if you're completely over it. If most of you guys don't want to see this, that's perfectly fine. I just won't make it anymore. But let me know if you want me to go into a little bit more detail about this Meka. Again, we'll take a look at some of the properties and attributes that this Meka has, that Ronin has, and what compelled me to want this Meka over the others. We'll talk about the price I paid because all of you guys want to know that. Yeah, just let me know if you guys want more videos like this talking about the NFT space, and maybe I'll post those on Saturdays or something. Okay, so again, I'll talk to you guys in the comments downstairs, and just again, giving the video a like, subscribing to the channel means a lot as well. Look forward to making more content like this in the future, once again, if you guys want to see it, of course. So, Meka 3498, owned by me. His name is Ronin, and currently, I'll just tell you guys right now, I bought this bad boy for 7.5 ETH. And that may seem a bit crazy, okay? That may seem a bit wild. But when you compare it to something like a CryptoPunk, which, again, CryptoPunks was the first NFT project ever created on the Ethereum blockchain back in 2017. These were given out for free, okay? And they're the OG. That's one thing that I've always distinguished. It either has to be a very, very specific piece. It has to be maybe a one of one or something, or it has to be original. And actually what the attributes to something that would appeal to me as an investor that I just mentioned do not apply to the Mechaverse all that much. But again, I'll explain why I like this project so much over the course of the video. But again, just be careful, you guys, with the NFT projects you engage in. There's a lot out there. There's a lot on OpenSea. This freaking platform is an absolutely open sea that is just full of NFT projects. And just be careful be careful if you do want to dip your toes. And I encourage you to look in it, obviously not investment advice or anything, but if you guys aren't involved in the space yet, I'd say just dip your toes, take the leap, but make sure you're investing. You've done your due diligence, and you're investing into a project that you think obviously can provide you returns down the road. Granted, the project succeeds. And I do think the Mechaverse as a project, being one of the most hyped projects of all times, and again, in my opinion, it just looks the best. Like when you look at a CryptoPunk, again, this has originality. This is an OG project, which gives it innate value because it's like the Genesis project, okay? And these are freaking ugly. Honestly, I can never compel myself. I get the rarity, I get I get almost the cuteness and kind of the zaniness of this project, and almost like the charm. It has kind of like a charm appeal because it's so whack. But again, from an aesthetic perspective, from a beauty perspective, just from a kind of forward-thinking trend spotting perspective, we all know anime's hot. Japanese culture has always been relevant, but is becoming increasingly relevant with the gaming industry and the metaverse. Japanese influence will, and I'm half Japanese, so I guess I'm kind of biased when I say this, but Japanese influence, if you guys have seen the rise of anime, the rise of so many things, was one of the factors that compelled me to want to actually engage and dive into the Mechaverse, okay? So, sorry I'm kind of all over the place, you guys. I had a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Of course, we will still talk about it, but there's kind of this is just me kind of, again, candidly, casually talking to you guys about my current thoughts in the NFT space. Okay, so first things first, we'll dive into Ronin after. Let's take a quick look at this beauty. Dude, I was so pumped, if I'm being honest. I put a 7.5 ETH bid in on a few projects, and I saw that my balance had gone down. So when you guys purchase something on OpenSea, or if you haven't purchased an NFT before, you pretty much have Ether, okay? A lot of you have Ether. We talk about Ether here a lot on the channel, my personal largest holding. You convert Ether or Ethereum into wrapped ETH or wrapped Ethereum. That is WETH, okay? That's a ticker. And pretty much when you convert that, that's what you actually buy and sell NFTs with, is this wrapped ETH. So I just did this in my Coinbase wallet. I have a few different wallets for security precautions, of course, and a lot of security measures in place. But yeah, it was a pretty easy process. I just created an OpenSea account, and when I wanted to buy this Meka after the research I had done, and it was pretty simple, okay? So we'll take a look at this. The little validation right here, joined August 2020. It's kind of cool how that kind of ties in like that. But again, as we look at the few of my original NFTs, as we get to the end here, that'll be pretty fun to show you guys kind of what I bought these for way back in the day, a year and a half ago, and what they're worth now, and just why I see a future in projects like these as well. Okay, so anyway, let's take a look at make waves, baby, make waves. Instagram Royce Jake. We'll actually take a look at the founder's Instagram as well, and this just also plays into the narrative of why I really think this project has staying power, and it kind of plays into why it's important to bet on the team and the racer and not just the car, okay, if that makes sense. So let's take a look at the Mechaverse. Again, we'll come back here, we'll take a look at Ronin after this, and take a look at his properties, talk about that, and again, a few of the reasons and rationale as to why I chose this specific one and why I do feel like it's a good argument. But first, let's take a look over the Mechaverse, okay? So let's just take a look at Mechaverse.com. Sorry, the Mechaverse.com. You guys should all go check this out. First of all, beautifully constructed website. This website, you can tell that the devs behind this project are highly competent. Not only the artwork is great, but the execution, the website design, and just the UI is very, very impressive and very aesthetic, which, again, aesthetics, brand, means more than ever in a space that is innately almost vanity driven and kind of like it. These are flex. A big reason NFTs have found so much popularity is because nowadays, at first, a lot of people were like, you can't hang it on your wall. Why would you want to hang it on your wall? The only reason anyone today would buy modern art is to take a picture of it on your phone and throw it on Instagram. So in that sense, it's pretty much just the exact same thing. Everyone, the way you share a flex, which is art and NFTs, for full transparency, again, I love the art. This is sick. I would consider myself a pretty creative guy. I do enjoy art. Like I really do like these pieces. I bought these pieces because they originally resonated with me at the time, and I truly enjoy them. I would hang these up on my house. But in the Metaverse, in the Mechaverse, in the new iteration of how people express their creativity and express themselves creatively, it doesn't matter if it's physical. Even Pokemon cards, like I bought a bunch of Charizards during the Pokemon craze a year or so ago, and all I did with those, they're just sitting in a safe right now. All I did with those is post a picture, or take a picture of them and throw them on my Instagram story, okay? So, again, that's kind of innately why NFTs do hold value, and again, why aesthetics and brand and the way a project presents themselves and evolves themselves as a project is so important. And again, the team is so important as well, because that show is kind of like Bored Ape Yacht Club, how they release those mutant apes. This team seems very competent, and it seems like you're gonna be like, for the owners of mechas, they're probably gonna give out some sick like mini mechas or like sick additions to these things, and just continue to build on top of the platform and continue to create value for the owners and or drivers, as they call them, of mechas. So the Mechaverse is a collection of 8,888, don't know exactly why they went with that, and multiple projects go with that, whatever. Generative mechas with hundreds of elements inspired by the Japan mecha universes. Each artwork is original with its own color palette and creation. The objective was to make each mecha unique in order to prioritize quality above quantity, 100%. And these things are so sick. Like the colors that are here, the different iterations of the mechas themselves. I think there's 4 different mechas. It's just so sick. So as we go down here, like, and just like look, so I'm gonna move my fat head real quick. Look at this, like just look at that. As you scroll down, his head freaking explodes. It like deassembles. We'll go with that. But anyway, you guys know what I'm saying. Like, this is so freaking sick. This project is so sick. And again, that's what compelled me to buy this mecha. Okay, so let's read through this. Again, you guys can go check that out if you want. We'll actually just close that out just to make things easier. But let's read through this. A quick, there's actually a quick back and forth with the founder here. But let's read over this Forbes article titled "The Mechaverse, an NFT project with 100,000 Discord members in 48 hours." And I'm actually part of this Discord. It's right here. You can go into like the Mecha only. If you're an owner, if you're a driver, there's like an exclusive one there. I'm not gonna get into that. But again, if you guys want to check out the Waves Discord, link down below. Anyway, let's read over this bad boy. When you get 100,000 people to join a Discord, or to be frank, when you can get 100,000 people to all agree to do one thing, it's something to marvel at. When those 100,000 are all crypto happy and love your art, it's even more impressive, 100%. In an exclusive interview with the creators of the Mechaverse, what transpired and caused 100,000 people to support their latest NFT project is revealed, and we learn, I read that kind of weird, and we learn a little of what goes into creating community hype around an NFT project. The two behind the Mechaverse are the two dudes named Matt and Maddie, really pleasant, from Europe, who have been freelance graphic and digital artists for the past several years. Behind the brains of their Discord group is Julian Van Dorlen, an NFT icon in his own right. This team, combined with Julian's brother Simon Van Dorlen, have attached some of the NFT communities with the most exciting Twitter folks, including Lupify, who quote tweeted about the Mechaverse, which is how many found out about the project originally. Their announcement video has since been viewed over 700,000 times on Twitter. So welcome to the Mechaverse, 1.1 million views. And again, you guys, when you think, this is another thing that went into what compelled me to actually pull the trigger. Aside from just thinking the project is sick, what compelled me to drop 30 racks on just this JPEG, okay? And it's the fact that, again, in a space, crypto, objectively, I've been in crypto since 2017. A lot of you guys know that. I bought Ether. A lot of the Ether I still hold today at $36. And if there's one thing that I've learned over the course of crypto, it's that optimism and the speculative narrative drives the price, okay? So attention to a certain project is ultimately what dictates appreciation of price for the most part. Again, it's just attention, okay? And the fact that this has 1.1 million views, the fact that 1.1 million people are aware of this, and I believe there's only like 5,000 or 6,000 owners, I'm liking that thing. And the amount of people who are available in Ether or who hold Ether. I was gonna say a big thing that maybe buy now, that maybe want to buy now, that makes me think that there's almost no way that over the foreseeable future this depreciates in value until the whole world collapses, is the fact that Coinbase is releasing an NFT exchange. So pretty much what OpenSea does, OpenSea monopolizes the NFT exchange for the most part. Coinbase is doing that. And Coinbase, I own a lot of coin stock. Coin is probably, I would say, the most impactful and most important cryptocurrency focused company, maybe one of the most important tech companies in the world right now. If you look 10 years down the line, this is going to be the next Amazon, Google, Facebook. At that scale of importance and relevance in the world is Coinbase. And they are soon releasing, they're working on currently, it's in the works, an NFT exchange similar to OpenSea. And once that's released, that will open the floodgates. Again, I've had freaking crypto forever, and I just created an OpenSea account. Once it's easier and once it's less intimidating for people just to go on their Coinbase exchange or Coinbase wallet and check out an NFT marketplace, that's when the floodgates open. Okay, and that's what really compelled me to buy this Meka right now. And honestly, I might buy another Meka if I'm being completely honest. Okay, so super excited about this. Again, let's keep reading over this quickly and actually take a look at this. Again, 1.1 billion views is very impressive. Let's just look at this little intro. Not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear audio or if it'll even load. Dude, I just watched this. It should have been buffered. Okay. This is so sick. Kind of Dr. Disrespect vibes, if you guys know who that is. Dude, this is such a sick project. And again, you guys, like, I'm a pretty, if like, go look at my Instagram. I guess I'm kind of flexing a little way, kind of talking myself up, but I've always prided myself on style, on aesthetic, on design, and like, I think I have a good eye for design, good eye for what the majority of people will think looks good. This is, again, not everyone can look at a CryptoPunk and justify a $400,000 floor. Okay, or 100 ETH floor. That's not hard to justify, or that's not easy to justify. But moving forward in the future, it's very easy to justify something that looks like this just because it looks sick. It's clean, it's cut, it's three-dimensional, it's beautifully designed. And again, that's what long-term, and the fact that this is probably the most hyped up, that's a big factor too. That it's the most hyped up project that's almost ever been released in terms of in the NFT ecosystem, the most hyped NFT to ever be released. That's not a CryptoPunk or a Bored Ape or something. Those are all things that play into this. Again, beauty, design, and timeliness and hype and attention. You guys get what I'm saying. Not the most eloquent way to say that, but you guys get what I'm saying. So Jackson Weimer, who's the author of this article, what is a Meka? What was the creative and brainstorming process that led you to create this project? Mechaverse team. We have a strong interest in the Japanese universe and anime. We spent 5 months in Asia and had a great time. We intended to establish a series of collectibles that may have enormous future potential. The Meka world is a fantastic source of inspiration and allows us to experiment with a variety of aspects. Kind of like, so they're talking about like Gundam. So we've begun sketching and creating 3D illustrations to determine the creative direction we want. It was tough at first to claim such a wide world, but after we found our way, we began creating every element of the Meka and establishing our own lore and story on the Mechaverse. And it's been a lot of work on such a large project. Okay, I mean, obviously it's been a lot of work on such a large project. What kind of statement is that? But anyway, the founders, I checked out the Instagram. This guy should probably get a better headshot because he's this dude's a big deal now. But if you just look at this guy's, like, look at this. This is freaking beautiful. Like, this is beautiful. And if you look what he drew it from, it's like a kid who drew this and he recreated this out of it. Like, this dude is so talented in terms of graphic design. And he has such a great eye. And again, the team, just looking at the website itself is so freaking impressive. Looking at the user interface, looking at the devs' potential and the devs' ability to execute at a high level is what makes me very, very bullish and very excited to see what they do with this project moving forward. Because again, they're not just creating a pixel. Cyberpunks, they're only original. A lot like the cyber frogs, the goofy little like cyber penguins or whatever, weird whales. Like these aren't good looking. They don't have a story. They're just all carbon copies of CryptoPunks, and it's crazy that some are trading at such insane levels because it doesn't justify it. Like FaZe Banks, a lot of the other guys, Gary V in the NFT space, Logan Paul. I love all those guys. I was a big fan of Banks long before NFTs launched. I knew I was a fan of FaZe Banks way before he knew what an NFT was, okay? And I had NFTs and stuff. But the thing about it is, like, you see him Instagram story because he controls so much of the narrative and a lot of the culture, which is the dangerous part of NFTs, which I want to talk about. That's the dangerous part about NFTs. Is that if you think the crypto market is manipulated, if you think Bitcoin, Ether are manipulated, which they 100% are, if you guys have been following along, if you guys know the drill, if you know the drill. But if you guys think that market is manipulated, if you think there's foul play going on in there is the most foul play going on in NFTs. NFTs are a bunch of degenerate elites that pretty much own degenerate elites. Not all of them, of course, but like there's so much potential for manipulation, which of course will be addressed over time. The OpenSea, one of the founders of OpenSea, just got cracked for kind of front running some of the sales and stuff. Not good. Which is, again, a big issue right now. That's why you need to stay on your toes. That's why you shouldn't just buy a bunch of NFTs that are worth 1 ETH, because likely those will probably go to 0. So that's why you have to be very. Again, that's why this is the first NFT. I had the opportunity to buy CryptoPunk at 100K. Dusted it. Obviously, if I knew it was going to happen, I would have bought it. But this is like the first time I felt true conviction and like I felt good. And I felt confident in buying an NFT for all the reasons that I was talking about. Again, it's beautifully designed. The story is amazing. I don't know why I closed the Mechaverse page, because I keep wanting to reference back to that. But again, you guys, this is such a sick thing. And I'm so excited to see what happens here. So if you guys want to hit me up on Instagram, Royce Jacob, or OpenSea, just my name's Royce Jacob. You guys can just type me in. You guys can check this out. But yeah, let's take a look at the Meka to close out the video, or not close out the video, but before we get into some of these and take a look at my OG NFT purchases, let's take a look at this and take a look at kind of the description. Meka from the Mechaverse collection. Yeah, you guys know that. Properties. So each of the Mekas has properties. There's specific properties: the arms, the chest, eyes, helmet, jaws, mask, material, mecha type, that have specific properties. Okay. And when I was looking through mechas, the first thing that I found, again, I'm so pumped I got this one instead of some of the others I bid on. Like, it was a blessing. It's like straight up blessing. Okay. So this, when I was looking through mechas, and you guys can look through mechas for yourselves. Like, when you look through mechas, we're not going to do that now. Again, in another video, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to go more into detail and kind of compare Ronin versus a bunch of other mechas, and just kind of scroll the OpenSea website and just kind of talk story with you guys about what I think, of my thoughts on some of the specific mechas. But I mean, this looks great. Also, you guys, I want to say that I grew up playing like I was a huge RuneScape guy. And like, I'm still a Fortnite guy, and I understand the value that may not seem visible to many, but I understand the innate value of digital goods. Like gold and RuneScape it's the perfect relay into that. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out. And again, half Japanese, I was a nerd growing up, loved anime. Anyway, so the properties here, super tangent, sorry about that. But the properties here, what really compelled me about this mecha, about Ronin, was the fact that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 8 properties are in the single digits. So again, the arms, only 5% have those arms. The chest, only 8% have that chest. Material, carbon, 1% have that. So the first time I saw carbon mecha, I was like, what the heck is that sick design? Because they all have different colors. There's like some silver, some gold, some just red, white, the basic colors of the rainbow. When I saw this, I was like, this holds innate value, or like this is a very unique pattern. That's, again, only 1% have. 1% of 8,800 is you're gonna have like 88 of these. So only 88 mechas come in carbon. Okay, and that's what initially made me very attracted to this. It's a carbon mecha. All right, and again, the pink circle eyes, 3% have this trait. The mask is sick. Or the helmet, the GAI Bastion, only 3% have that, which is this thing right here, which is so freaking sick. And yeah, like aesthetically, this is beautiful. It's just a beautifully designed thing. A lot of the other mechas are really cool looking too. Like the freaking eye these guys have for design is insane. And again, they definitely took inspiration from a lot of things, but like just the eye. Like, talent recognizes talent, real recognizes real. I'm not saying I'm real, otherwise, I mean, freaking. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, this is sick, in my opinion. A lot of people probably think this looks like trash, but I think this looks freaking sick. And when you look over mechas, it's just crazy to see all the different iterations and, like, just the thought that was put behind this project and how freaking beautifully executed this project was. So if you happen to be watching this, Maddie, dude, hit me up on IG, like, and dap you up, dude. This is such a well executed project. So cheers to you and your team, dude. Like, this is so sick. But anyway, yeah, like 6 out of the 8 of the properties are in the single digits, like 3%, 3%, 5%, 6%, 1%. Like, that's pretty crazy. And then the other two, the Jaws, are 11%, and the Meka type is 16%. So from a pure properties perspective, like if you were to run this, if you're to kind of break this down analytically and run this against every other Meka, it would be interesting to see where this falls on the rarity scale to most. And considering I just paid 7.5 ETH for it, I was seeing a lot going, like just a lot of basic ones going for like 5. Like the fact that this was only 7.5, again, maybe I might look like an absolute fool in the future, if I'm being honest, but I'm just feeling so confident about this purchase, and I'm just so pumped on Ronin. So let's take one more look at this stud one more time before we take a look at my Nifty Gateway accounts. And yeah, dude, cheers to you, Ronin. Let's get it. Waves fan mascot, you guys. Drop a wave in the comments. Drop a wave and a ninja emoji in the comments for our boy Ronin, all right? Let's close it out with Nifty. Again, I'll show you guys these. We'll start here and then close it out with the last one. So this is Wings by John Guido. I don't know how to pronounce that. John G. But this was the second project, the first project ever released on Nifty Gateway, which is one of the first NFT exchanges that's actually created by a pair of twins, and it was bought up by the Gemini exchange owned by the Winklevoss twins, which is kind of funny. But I remember listening to a pod back in April of 2020 when they first launched this, and I was like, sick, NFTs, like I get it, I'll hop on here. And this was released on April 1st of 2021. So I bought, or April 1st of 2020, okay? So I bought this bad boy for 20 bucks. That was the original price. There's only 100 pieces. I bought it for 20 bucks. The last sale of this was 1,200 bucks. So I'll let you guys do the math there. All right, what is that, a 60x? So super impressive multiple on this. Again, CryptoPunks, like you can't even compare. But I mean, I love to see this. I love to see this, and like the fact that art, like beautifully created pieces by actual artists, is appreciating value along with kind of the hype stuff like the CryptoPunks once again. Okay, so this is my favorite piece by far. I paid a lot for this at the time, like 7 out of 22. In my opinion, like 7 is my personally my favorite number. So I was pumped to get 7 of only 20 pieces by Daryl Carey, an artist I've been a fan of for a long time. Wavelate. The beauty of this is that on Nifty Gateway, maybe on any NFT exchange, this was the very first moving JPEG, okay? So it's kind of a GIF. This was the first moving piece. And sorry, my internet freaking sucks, but if you guys, yeah, you see as I scroll over it, it's kind of moving. Like you can see it moving. So that's crazy. I bought this bad boy for 250 bucks at the time. The last sale was 5,700 bucks, and that was a long time ago, if I'm being honest. So right now it probably sells for a lot more, but I don't know if anyone's even going to sell this. I bought this on July 16th of 2020, and that's I'm super proud of this. Honestly, this is going up in my, if I ever have a house in Decentraland, if I ever have a freaking mansion in Decentraland, this is going up in the like right in the walkway. Okay, so lastly, this is also going up in the walkway. This is by a guy I followed on Instagram for actually a really long time, and I was so pumped to see him collaborate with Nifty Gateway. This is Bill Ellis. And this was just, I saw this, like this perfectly resonates. Like I'm such a geek for gladiators, ancient Rome, like the Greek gods and stuff. And this was just like, I could not buy this. Like the skull, like the golden skull, the black kind of marble outing, and just the design of this, the movement, so sick. This was, I bought this on January 21st of this year, kind of when the NFT craze started, like CryptoPunks kind of caught some heat. I bought this for 250 bucks, and the last sale was for 1,200 bucks, so not bad. This is an edition of 223 because this was an open sale, so only 223 of these exist, which again, when you compare that in all honesty to a Meka, where 8,888 of them exist, that's pretty impressive. But again, the thing about Mekas and like CryptoPunks and stuff is each one has its own character. Each one is itself. It's like a snowflake. But again, it's cool to have like, especially the Wavelate. Again, 1 of 20, like this thing right here. This is like my prized possession in the NFT space, and it's just so sick to like see how far NFTs have come. And kind of sucks how I bypass them. Like, I get you guys. In the game of investing, in the game of trading, your job is to spot trends. And it sucks that I missed kind of like the CryptoPunks when I had the opportunity to buy them for like 10, 20K. But that's okay. I'm still happy with what I had, and I'm happy with Ronin. So, again, let me know if you guys want to see more content like this. Again, I'll maybe post this on like Saturdays or Sundays or something, just for fun, just kind of going over OpenSea, taking a look at what's going on. Keep you guys up to date with kind of a new realm of the marketplace that I'm getting or like an aspect or a realm of the financial markets, of the cryptocurrency space, that I'm reigniting my passion for. Okay, so let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see, and yeah, I hope you guys liked it. If you guys are still watching, it would mean a lot. Once again, if you guys liked the video and subscribed, if you're still watching, for some reason you're not already. So I'll catch you guys downstairs in the comments. Have a great week, you guys, and cheers to the future. Till next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace, guys.